Hello everybody, my name is Nicola and welcome back to my channel. This is the Frugal Cottage, where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Today's video is a no spend year and no spend January update, so don't forget to like and subscribe and let's get started. So I thought I would share with you just how it's going first of all. I'm in my no spend month and at the start of my no spend year. So if you're new here, I am doing a no spend 2025. I've got work to do on the house and the garden that I need money for. And I always start the year with a no spend month because A, I don't have any money left from January anyway, and B, I always think it's a really good time for a reset. So I thought I'd share with you how it's going. If you've not seen my budget with me video, I'll leave a link below so you can see me talk through the numbers, but I thought I would share with you just how it looks so far. So my no spend aim is 22 for this, so I'll share with you my no spend day tracker first, which looks like this. So I didn't spend anything until the 8th of January apart from, so I get this question every time I talk about no spend months. Everything that is like a direct debit or a bill that needs to be paid does not count in this. They need to be paid for me to keep, my home, everything kind of going as normal. It's the kind of the variable discretionary spending that is the point of this. And so I didn't spend anything until the 8th of January. I had lots of food left over from Christmas. We are still working through stuff from the freezer. I am eating fairly random combinations of things and I don't mind that at all to get things used up. And I just feel like sometimes it's just a really good way of kind of starting afresh, and it shows. I didn't have a spend day until the 8th. And to be fair, it wasn't a big spend day either. And then yesterday was also a spend day, so I'll talk through that. But so far, I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've had 10 no spend days and only 2 days of spending. So I'm really happy with how this is looking so far. And then so my aims for week 1 were to have 5 no spend days. These stickers, most of these from this week, are from a small business in the northeast, Catnip Studios. I've got so many stickers that I want to use up, that I want to use. I love stationery and things like that, so you'll see different stickers. So the Wednesday one, I'll just zoom in so you can see this a bit better. So Wednesday I had to stop for petrol. My petrol light was on, so I put £40 worth of petrol in the car. I also grabbed some fruit because we run out, and a household item as well. So that wasn't a no spend day, but it was things that were necessary. I didn't buy anything that wasn't on the list, and so that's okay. Petrol is one of my biggest expenses. In fact, after my mortgage payment, the petrol is next, and so until that's just a given, I suppose. And I did think about whether to not have that as a cash envelope and just use my card for petrol, but for the time being anyway, I'm going to keep it as a cash envelope category and we'll see how it goes. And then on Saturday, took the children to have their hair cut. That was £10 each. I've got 2 children, so they were £10 each at the barbers. I needed more petrol, so my youngest son had a birthday party, but it was like a 50-minute drive away, so I used quite a lot of petrol getting there and back yesterday, so I had to fill up again for the week ahead. So as you'll see in a second, it looks like I've spent an awful lot on petrol this week, which I have, but then I won't need to fill up again till next weekend. And then I went to Lidl on the way back from that birthday party and spent £21.63 on food for the week. Like I said, we are working through, or well, I say we, I'm working through what's in the freezer and the cupboards to see if I can get the food bill down a bit more this month. So this is what the numbers look like for the first week. Also, I know we're not in the first week, I know we're in the second week. However, because I didn't spend anything until the 8th of January, I didn't use my budget planner for that because it seemed like a bit of a waste. So this was my first week where I spent, hence why it's week 1 in the budget planner. I could have used the first week and just put no for every single, like, have I spent today? No, I haven't. But it seemed a bit of a waste, so I didn't do that, hence why it's only week 1 now. So petrol, that's what I meant by looks like quite a big number, but I won't need to fill up till next weekend now, and then that should balance it out hopefully. So I spent £81.80 on petrol this week, and like I said, petrol is my biggest expense. And yeah, in an ideal world I'd have one of those hybrid cars where it kicks into like the electronic bit, but they're so expensive and I just can't afford one. So at the moment, yeah, that is what it is. So I've got £168.20 remaining in the petrol budget. Food, I spent £26.68 overall, and I tell you what, that's mainly on fruit and veg as well, because I'm using things up from the freezer, so fruit and vegetables are the main thing there, and milk. things like little things, but food, we go through so much food. Anyway, so that leaves me £163.32 in the food budget left. Household, again, one household item at £2.55, so that leaves £17.45. And in the children's budget, £20 was spent on haircuts, so they've got £30 left in there. I also did take out, because of this birthday party, I took some money from my birthday sinking fund, so it comes out of this binder. So it came out of this envelope. So I took £10 out of there. So that's where that money came from. I'll have to look at that as we go through the sinking funds for next month and the month after. But I had 5 no spend days for January. Not got around to listing on Vinted. I'm hoping that next weekend, this weekend's been fairly busy in the end. Next weekend it's going to be quieter and I might have a look at listing on Vinted for the first time. Thank you to those of you who commented on my sinking funds video about Vinted and gave me some tips on all of that. I've got such a big pile of things I could list on there. I don't really know what's stopping me, considering how many people have said how wonderful it is as a site. So we will see, but that's 0 for now. And I've just put overall thoughts of the week. I think it's been a really good first week in terms of spending. I haven't bought anything that hasn't been on the list. It's just been a really good first week, and we'll see how that goes. I always feel really positive at the start of the year because it's a new year, you're in control of making any changes. The aims for the week 2, again, so it'll be no spend, it'll be 5 no spend days. I've got slightly different stickers this week. Also, how cold is it? But it's 5 no spend days again for the aims for the week. But that is what my budget and spending looks like in the second week, I suppose, of January. I'm really pleased with how my no spend day tracker is looking as well. It's about keeping that momentum. So I do have fairly big plans in terms of what I need money to spend on this year. I do want to get the garden overhauled. I need to replace the gutters. That's my first thing. I need to replace the gutters on the back and the front of the house. So that's the first thing. So one of the main reasons for doing the no spend year this year is because I've got other things that I need to get ticked off my list. And so having a good no spend January kind of sets the tone for the rest of the year as well. I feel like if you have a good kind of first few weeks of the year, it feels like the rest of the year will follow suit. And if you have a really bad start to the year, then maybe, and that might just be a bit of a mindset thing, but if you have a kind of a bad start, then the rest of the year might follow suit as well. So I'm pleased with that for now. I'm pleased with the numbers. The only one I'm slightly anxious about, as always, is the petrol budget, but at the moment, unless I figure out a way of how to teleport to work and back, there is not much I can do about that for now. And it's just one of those things that I will have to, well, it is factored into my budget, as you can see there. So that's that. So how is your budget for January 2025 looking? How's it going? Are you doing a no spend month? Let me know down below in the comments how you're doing, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate the people that take time to leave a comment and watch my videos. If you've not liked and subscribed already, please can you do so. I have a really big aim in my mind this year that I would love to reach 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is an insane number. And yeah, I'll see you again very soon.